You know who it is, and you know what I want. Jason Rumble, I want a shot, Boston Bad Boy, at your heavyweight championship belt, the National Wrestling Alliance New England. Jason Rumble, stop ducking, stop hiding. It's the real deal, Joel Davis. I want my gold.
When anybody does hop in the ring with the Boston Bad Boy, Jason Rumble, you'll know that I'm not only the boldest, and you know that I'm definitely one of the baddest. But when it's all said and done, I truly will be the best.
It doesn't really matter who Drew Gilmore's next opponent is. Because when you get in that ring, it is DOC time, and you will receive the lockdown.
I'm more interested in being the commissioner and making sure the NWA New England remains the #1 wrestling organization in all of New England. Now you can take that to the bank.
Meet the stars of the New England chapter of the National Wrestling Alliance, otherwise known as the NWA, an independent pro wrestling league where future stars of the squared circle are making their mark.
I don't count this as the minor circuit because the NWA is the oldest governing body of wrestling today. If I was to become the NWA World Heavyweight Champion, so to speak, even though I'm not seen on Monday night, I'd be holding the world's oldest World Heavyweight Championship and the most prestigious heavyweight championship.
Being in the minor leagues, as you want to put it, or indies as we call it, it's no matter which way you look at it, you're in the business, you're living a dream. If I make it to the WWF, I'll be ecstatic. But if I never get there, I'm still ecstatic. I'm in a business that very few people can get into.
So what does it take to be a pro wrestler? Well, first you need a character.
Trooper Gilmore is more or less an insane cop type gimmick, you know, and it's just a guy that goes in the ring, he's just crazy, flips out, you know what I mean, gives a little like that, you know.
The real deal Joel Davis is a guy who is basically a lot to do with the real person that I am. Is a guy who's not a rich man, not, you know, just kind of like a normal type of guy who had a decent life growing up and that type of thing, but not having all the extra stuff and that type of thing.
Take what everybody wants to be. Loudmouth, not care who you are, where you're from, I'll open my mouth to you. I'll say what I want to say to you, and I don't care. Be rich, have a lot of women, and a lot of power. That's my character.
Basically, I'm just who I am. I'm Jason Rumble from the streets of Boston. My character is who you see. If you're gonna run out and see me at the Super Stop and Shop or at the local Walgreens, chances are I'm gonna be dressed like I am.
Once you've got your character down, it's time to hit the gym.
Cardiovascular, a lot of that, a lot of weightlifting, and you gotta eat right, drink right, you know, get rid of the fatty foods and all that stuff. Forget the Snickers bars and the Twinkies. You don't need that stuff.
The only way you're gonna beat the best is to be in that gym 5 days a week, 6 days a week, weight training, eating right, and working out in that ring.
Despite the intense training and the real possibility of injury, many people just don't take wrestling seriously. But that doesn't seem to bother these guys.
You don't know what you're missing, for one. It's fun. I also say to them that if you don't like it, that's fine, but don't mock it.
Basically, once you try to step in the ring and see what it's all about, see if you can do it, you know what I mean? Because it's hard, you know, especially when you're first starting out, you know what I mean? You don't know that much yet. You got a bunch of guys throwing you around, this and that, you know, and then you get in there after a while, then you're, you know, on the right track and stuff, you know.
If you don't like the wrestling business for what it is, wrestling is 25% of sport, 75% entertainment. And the thing is, if you don't like it or you don't enjoy it or you don't follow it, you don't have to watch this type of program.
For those that do take pro wrestling seriously, there is nothing more entertaining or exciting.
I love the excitement, the action. Every week there's a different story and a different group of characters for new action every week and new holds. I love them punishing holds. I love to see them. I love to see them squirm.
What keeps you coming back to the matches every week?
Variety, versatility, and also entertainment.
Wrestling fans just all go to the matches and they have a great time, and it's for everybody. It's for everybody.
Whether you consider wrestling sport or entertainment, one thing is for certain. Don't ever ask these guys if it's fake.
We want to thank Joel Davis for inviting us into this downtown sports card shop here in Taunton, Massachusetts. Joel, you've been very gracious to myself and our crew.
And there's one question that you didn't answer for me before, so I'll ask it for you now. Everybody wants to know, is pro wrestling real or is it fake?
Rick, you're surprising me with such a generic and ignorant question, I'll have to say. You find that funny, huh?
A little bit, yeah.
Well, I'll tell you something. I mean, I really am surprised that you would ask me on a show, Chowdar, so well known, that you'd ask me again such an ignorant and generic question, is wrestling fake? I mean, you could have an IQ of 0 and ask a kind of question like that. I mean, I'm not even going to answer that.
Well, I understand, Joel. You don't really want to answer that question, but I want to thank you for being on the show anyway. You've been real gracious. Thank you very much for having us in your shop today. Appreciate it.
Yeah.
Joe, calm down, man. Joe, calm down.